Do you think you own your land? The land that you bought and paid for? Well, guess again. Because you don't. Well, unless you consider ownership to mean having other people tell you what kind of buildings you can have on your property. But I don't. So come on with me and let me tell you a story. Hello everyone. I want to make this video to kind of air some things out and talk about some subjects that some of you guys have been asking us about. One regarding the solar panels and when we're going to get to them, and I guess I'm going to kind of explain kind of why we stopped and what's been going on and why we kind of stopped making videos for a while regarding the cabin. First off, I'm going to talk about the solar panels. If you've been watching our channel for any time, last fall we were in the process of putting the solar panels up. We got to the video where we put in the posts, which are right next to me here, and then we kind of stopped posting. And then we didn't post any videos for, I don't know, maybe a month until we were on our trip down in California. Well, this is what happened. About 2 days after the last video with the solar panels, we had some sheriffs stop by here, and they wanted to ask us some questions, and apparently a township member had called the county guy, housing guy, and said that they think somebody's living out in this cabin here and wanted to know what was going on pretty much. So they gave me the number to call the county guy and told him that they were going to be contacting him and letting him know what we talked about. And I spoke with the county guy, and apparently we don't have enough land to have this building up here. So that kind of stressed me out for a bit, and I was kind of thinking of what we're going to do. And when we talked to him, he said we have a couple options. I can either apply for a variance, and there's also an alley that supposedly runs through my property and the next property over that I could apply to try to apply to get it vacated and use that as some of my property, or I could try to purchase more property from my buddy and get enough land. And the amount of land is just under a full acre, I believe. I need like another 3/4 of what I have already. So yeah, that's kind of why I stopped. We thought we were doing everything right. We went and got this slab poured, which it said for an accessory building, part of the code, that's what needed to be done. And we also needed to get the signatures from around everybody from a 1/4 mile, and we did that. And the secretary at the county office said we were doing everything all right. So I'm not sure kind of what's going on there with that, but hopefully we can get a variance. The variance it takes about 6 months, it could be. It's quite a long process, I guess. So we're going to try to do that. We're going to do that here in the next couple of days, because we had originally told the county guy that we were going to be gone this winter, which we were. We got back a little earlier than we thought we were. We told him we'd be back around, this time in April, the spring. So we're going to let him know we're back and apply for that variance. And for kind of hanging out this summer, it's really not that big of a deal. I told him that I do my art stuff in here, and he said that wasn't a problem. The only real problem was that he didn't want us living in here, So me kind of being a smart mouth, I kind of argued him with that about, first off, I don't live in any building. I live in my body, which is true if you really think about it. you can't really live in a building because that would mean that if you leave that building, then you're no longer living. And he didn't really want to hear that, but I kind of basically got it down to sleeping in there. I couldn't be sleeping in there. So Kristen kind of talked with him. She's kind of better with public communication, dealing with the public than I am. I kind of speak my mind a little too easily about some things. However, if we can't get the variance, my friend did said if we really need to, he would sell me some more land, so we'll still be able to have this here. Just kind of got to keep it on the low. We don't want nobody knowing that we're really staying in here right now, at least until the trees grow up. Thank God we got the van, and we might be thinking about getting some kind of other RV here. Maybe if we sell the van, something a little bigger. But we got the van for now, and yeah, we'll just be boondocking around the area here, stopping back here. I plan on putting some raised bed gardens out here and stuff, and I told the county guy, you know, we're out here quite a bit. You know, we got our storage out here, and we work from here, make our Etsy stuff here, and he really was fine with all that, you know. He just didn't want us living in here. So I guess the fireplace, the smoke coming from it kind of gave us away this winter. So we're going to make sure that we get a propane heater this winter, so it's not so obvious that we're in here as much as we are until we go down south again. But yeah, I just wanted to say that train's coming, so I might cut it off here and wait for it to go by. Think of more things to talk about when it's going by. See you in the next clip.